Going Deep Backstage. My name is Billy Harfosh, and if you didn't know, OTown is back.
What's up?
Here we are. We're backstage before their show in Arizona. Gentlemen, we're gonna thank you so much for taking the time. Welcome to Phoenix.
Thank you.
So, I was on YouTube looking at some of your very recent comments for All or Nothing, and basically someone just wrote, "This song is the soundtrack to my childhood." I mean, how crazy is it to have a song that truthfully is a part of so many people's soundtrack of their childhood? It's crazy.
It's awesome. That's an honor.
I mean,
it's an honor.
That song is the reason why we're sitting here with you today. You know, I mean, matter of fact, on my way to the airport this morning, Uber driver, I was telling him the same thing. I'm like, that's the only reason why I'm in the car with you right now is because of that song. You know, and so we love that song, and it's crazy.
And now that we're older, we get people coming up to us and tell us stories now that they wouldn't have told us back in the day. Like I'll be at a wedding and a guy will come up, he's like, "Bro, I gotta tell you, the first time I made out with a girl, it was in the car right after homecoming, and All or Nothing was playing on the radio."
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Probably more than just making out.
Right,
There's
yes.
plenty of instances. So guys, we're a little bit older, we're a little bit more mature. Everyone's looking really, I don't see any gray hair except for myself. Have we shed, are we sick of this term, boy band?
No, the older you get, the more you like it.
Yeah. I say it all the time when people are like, "Oh, what do you do?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm in a music group," and they're like, "Oh, what is it?" I'm like, "It's a boy band." I'm like, essentially, I'm like, "It's just a boy band."
I think it's hilarious.
So you kind of own that.
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
Whatever.
that's cool.
Then I think when I say that, they get a good look, they get an understanding of like, "Oh, okay, you sing and dance." That's what I think it means. Like when I say that, they don't wonder whether or not we're like up there doing rock music, whether I'm a singer or whatever. I say it's like a boy band. So he goes, "Oh, you all sing." So it just kind of cuts right to the chase.
Okay, I like that. It's a good attitude to have about it. Now, everyone knows about, you know, the history of OTown. We know about the reality show. What is if you can just name the best and worst thing about originating, being associated with a show that really all of us saw you guys at your beginning. What's the best and worst thing about that?
I think the best thing is being first, but the worst thing is being first.
You watch those episodes, like all of our shirts are taped out, like our wardrobe, the way we looked, really took a beating through that show because they didn't have it worked out where you could wear brand names, they didn't have product placement, so we just had black tape. Or any shirt we had, we had to wear inside out, so we really looked more homely than even we did at 20, which was already bad enough. Do you ever wish that you could have kind of developed as a group more organically, like behind the scenes, instead of having the whole world to see kind of the hardships, the ups and downs?
I think the good thing about the way that it was that people did get to see us fail, and so they wanted to like root for us and wanted us to get better, and so the fact that we were able to do that, and then we show up on stages and places, and they're like, "Oh my God, they're so much better." And I think that worked to our advantage. I think that was one of the best things, was that, you know, everyone can show social media now, but they only show what they want to show.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have that control, so we were able to really like delve into kind of the bad and the good. So I mean,
at the end of the day, it worked for us too.
Right.
So I mean, it's like, why go backwards now? There's a lot of people who try to make it and never do. So this way worked for us. We're here now. Like, no sense in like worrying about like how we could have done it, because
you're here.
We're here.
We've done it.
We did it. Yeah.
The Instagram numbers are not really helped out by that though, because Instagram didn't, you know, exist back then. So if we had the show now, we'd be clearing at least 500K.
Did you guys have
We'd
a
have like
MySpace?
$1 million. I did.
You had a MySpace?
personal one, not like a group one.
Back then?
That was when we were broken up. MySpace happened while we were like broken
blowing up on MySpace back in the day. I can't even imagine. I'd like to see those direct messages.
Instagram ones are pretty good.
Pretty good too. So good.
I had a sweet top 8.
Top 8 was pretty good.
Top 8, yeah? Oh man. Now, if you guys go back and you look at OTown kind of historically, everything that's happened, okay, is there any sense of regret about taking a break, about breaking up, and I want to also considering money, financial considerations? Do you say, "Oh shoot, why did we take that break?"
Yeah. Well, the break wasn't supposed to be a 10-year hiatus. It was supposed to be a break.
A much needed break.
A much needed
at the time
break.
it was a good idea.
At that point. Just because we were pulling double duty at the time, and with the show and the requirements for the record, you know, for our label to like come out with a second album, the album was suffering from us not just being present. We weren't present in the show, and we weren't present for the album, so we were just running ourselves thin. And so when we had that opportunity, we were like, all right, let's take a break. We didn't really expect it to be 10 years. But as you know, like the older you get, time flies. So yeah, I think during the time I was like, man, that was probably a huge mistake or a huge misstep for us. But now in hindsight, the amount of growth that each of us did individually, to now bring all that stuff that we learned back to the table 10 years later, really helped us do what we're doing now, which we run our own business, we own our brand, we're our own label. You know, we handle all the design, we handle all the touring, you know.
Sure.
You know, so all of these things that we do pretty much on our own now. We have a small team, but all that stuff was really helped by us going and finding ourselves during that hiatus. So during the time, I think not so much, but now, yeah.
Very positive outlook.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Not even one letter.
No regrets.
I like it. I like it. Phoenix tonight, San Francisco, Hollywood, and then on to Hawaii. That's 9 days. 9 days.
Let's go.
A lot of travel. I don't know if that's a sarcastic let's go. How do you keep the energy level up? How do you make sure that the show tonight in Phoenix will be just as good as the one in Hawaii?
We have a great balance. We have family life too, and you know, I think one of the most healthy things that we've encountered or incorporated now is that we tour for the weekends, and we're usually home for a few days during the week.
That's nice.
So we get the balance. So we'll have this whole weekend, and then we get 3-4 days off, and then Hawaii for a couple days, and then 3-4 days off, and then it's off to Illinois State Fairs, and so we get the best of both worlds.
I think the fans as well, man. You know, in all these cities, there's a lot of people that haven't seen us in a long time. They're back to seeing us again. We're seeing familiar faces. It's always just, the energy is always just there. They feed it to us, and then we feed off of that. And I mean, one of the great things I always say, like, because, you know, the big arena tours, whatever, it's like their stage and everything's the same every single night.
Right.
We don't know what our stage is going to look like every day. So
Surprise.
it's like, everything changes. So that's always like a good thing. Oh, like tonight, I'm sure tonight I can run out.
I'm going to jump on that bar top, and I'm going to jump to the pool table, and then I'm going to swing from the chandelier.
Have fun with it, right?
Exactly.
Now, guys,
you have to make sure that you stay healthy, though. That's the thing about travel. Let's see.
yeah, what was the
So
water?
I use one of these when I travel now.
He's that guy.
Can't get sick.
That's right.
There he
Like
goes.
a ninja turtle.
There he goes.
I'm basically Bane on every flight.
That's right.
You think you're taking a flight with me from OTown, but it's me, Ben.
That's
Can we redo that?
perfect. This is an unedited show. Unedited show.
I like it unedited.
All right, guys. Last one for you. This one you mentioned the fans. This one's for the fans. We announced this interview and we got an influx of messages. Boils down to this: are you guys going to continue to tour? Can we expect any new music? What is the future of OTown?
Yes and yes. We're working on new music right now that was fully funded by the fans about a year ago. So we put out 2 parts and EPs. They funded it through Kickstarter,
Right.
And amazed us by that. So we've definitely been working on the new music. We've got some new stuff we're ready to share, and we're going to keep touring. As long as the fans keep showing up, we're going to keep doing this.
Perfect. There they are, guys. It's OTown. OTown is back. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
guys.
Yeah, thank
You guys rock.
Thanks, Billy.
You guys more than rock.
Bane, it's Bane.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. You're awesome.